This is my used Harbor Freight trailer, and this is a beautiful fall day, which means we've got to get ready to store this for the winter, but this thing has never been set up to fold in half despite having hinges in the middle. I'm finally done with the yard project, and we can start sawing this up to see what happens. To be honest, I have no idea whether or not this will ever fold in half properly, but let's give it a shot. Alright, so for some quick backstory, I bought this Harbor Freight folding trailer secondhand, so it was already assembled a number of years ago for my yard renovation project, and I literally purchased this to haul the dirt that was in my backyard away to deliver it to other people. Now, for that reason, I didn't want to cut a hole in the center of the deck where this thing was supposed to fold, because I didn't want sand falling through that while I was driving on the highways, and also on the back of this thing I have a crank unloader. I didn't want that to catch on the middle while I was unloading this, because then I would have to do it with a shovel, and quite frankly, I'm lazy. But now that I don't need to haul dirt with it, I can finally fold this up so that I can actually store it more easily for the winter and it doesn't take up the vast majority of my garage. And to start, I'm removing all of the side rails around the entire perimeter of this thing because obviously those are kind of stationary pieces. And I'm also removing the rear taillights, which happen to be mounted against these side pieces as well in the back of the trailer. And with all of those out of the way, I now start removing the bolts that are holding down the actual decking, which is just a sheet of plywood. In order for this thing to fold sufficiently, it has to not be a solid piece from the tip to the tail, so I'm getting this thing lifted up just enough so I can do a single cut with my circular saw down the middle and allow this thing to hopefully fold over. And as an added bonus, I can now access the bolts that are in the middle of this frame that connect the front and the back half much easier. Or at least that is what I thought, because upon closer inspection I realized that there were still a few bolts that were a little bit further back than this folding point. What I did though was quickly survey this area, see what I would have to move around or out of the way, and try to calculate how much these hinges move versus how thick this decking was. And I just tried to do a little mental math on whether or not there was enough clearance in the first place to actually fold this with the decking still attached. And I thought it was going to be pretty close, but you know what? I'm a man of adventure, so I figured I'd go for it. But not, of course, until I had to crawl underneath to access those other bolts that were holding the center part of the frame together. But once those were out of the way, this actually flipped up relatively easily. That is not to say, however, that it flipped up without issue, because when I did that, I realized that there wasn't really any slack in the wires that were going to the rear taillights, and these wires got so stretched that they completely ripped in half. So I knew I would have to rewire this trailer at some point in the future anyhow, but it looks like now I'll be doing that a little bit sooner than I had otherwise planned. And at this point, the next thing I'm trying to tackle is another feature that these trailers are supposed to come with, but that mine was not equipped because, once again, I bought it used, and that is having casters in the bottom so you can actually flip this thing up so it's vertical in storage. It only takes up a couple square feet of space. You'll see right behind the fender on the bottom, there's this little bracket right there. That is where the plate is supposed to attach to. So I basically bought caster wheels online and a steel plate that I'm going to be drilling up myself and mounting to that surface. But let's jump ahead a little bit because, per usual, my battery died prior to me completing the work. Okay, here's all I did is I made those custom plates on the bottom, put the caster wheels on them. Let's see if this stands up and rolls. Now, in theory, this should have been one of the easier parts since I've already done all the heavy lifting of figuring out how to get it to fold in half, and it should be as simple as just rolling this thing forward until it's sitting on those casters. But as I soon figured out, the weight distribution on this one was, I'll just say, less than ideal. Holy shit. Ooh, that's heavy. The only way that I can describe this thing is obscenely heavy with most of that weight over the nose. Because at this point, I was basically trying to deadlift hundreds of pounds off the ground and then clear over my head to try to get this thing to stand up. And let me just say that despite my stunning physique, that is well beyond my capability. But being as stubborn as I am handsome, I decided to try it again, and again, and again. Now, having successfully failed enough times that I was confident I could no longer lift it, and having done a sufficient number of walkarounds to actually study how this thing was laid out, I was finally able to draw some well-founded scientific conclusions to why I couldn't lift this, which should not at all be construed as excuses that I can't lift it because I'm weak. The thing that was done wrong is that the trailer partitions, I believe, are swapped, which means I am pretty much deadlifting this entire thing, standing up vertically, and I am not strong enough to do that. So in order
order to change this, I have to literally remount the axles with the bed further down and the axles farther forward. That ain't happening today, so I'm gonna put this back together well enough that I can park it again. But if nothing else, this is now about 4 feet shorter, so it at least will fit in my garage a little easier.
Now, I was pretty physically exhausted at that point, so I probably didn't explain it very well, but basically I think the person who assembled this originally assembled it backwards. When you fold this thing in half, the weight is a lot farther forward than it's supposed to be because they mounted the hinges really far forward relative to where the axle is located. And I think they accomplished this by really mounting the whole thing backwards compared to how the frame is supposed to go, and the only way for me to correct all of this is to literally remove the axles and the leaf springs and then reassemble the whole thing from the ground up in the proper location. At which point I would really strongly consider just buying a new trailer instead of completely rebuilding this one, because I could also just sell this one and recoup some of that cost. But at least for now, I'll still consider this experiment a success because we effectively removed 3.5 to 4 feet off the tail of this trailer, and even though I'm only putting it back on the side of the garage for storage now, when this does go in for full winter storage, it'll be in front of my Corvette within the garage, because as any Corvette owner can tell you, 2 inches is plenty of space, so 3.5 to 4 feet is more than I'll ever need. But that'll do it for this time, and thanks for watching.